Okay, so as every avid K-popper will already know by now, there's been a recent bombshell in the Blackpink camp. News was released a couple of weeks ago that 3 out of the 4 members of Blackpink will not be re-signing with YG Entertainment, which is the company that manages them. Only Rosé has actually already inked her contract for another, I'm not sure how long actually, but for another period with the company. As you may be familiar, the average K-pop idol's contract is approximately 7 years long. So Blackpink have been going for about 7 years now. So everyone was expecting this contract renewal to come up. I think BTS had a similar situation not that, maybe a year ago or a bit longer than a year ago. And all 7 of them re-signed to HYBE, their label. There's only 4 members of Blackpink, and 3 of them apparently are not going to re-sign. There's been rumours of perhaps an acting career for Jisoo. There's been rumours of a big American music company trying to sign Lisa for some huge, ridiculous amount, was quoted like $1 billion or something. And Jennie also was rumoured to be going to sign a new contract with somebody else. Remember, all of this is still hearsay and gossip at this point, so take it with a pinch of salt. Another rumour that was going around was that they apparently are going to try and spend some time together as a group, still making music, but then pursue other projects, you know, solo things like the acting and solo music with these alternative agencies. But fans don't know. And also, when all this gossip was swirling around on Twitter and on the internet, the company actually stepped up and gave a statement saying, wait a minute, hold your horses everyone, don't panic. Contract negotiation has not yet finished. So we actually don't know if the other 3 are going to sign with YG or not yet. So, in short, nobody panic. Let's wait for, you know, the dust to settle and real contracts to be signed before we wonder if Blackpink really is going to be continuing as a group or not. So, I like that. It's not the end of the world. We don't need to cry for Blackpink just yet. But some say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe this is a bad sign.
Yeah. Or in my case, where there's smoke, there was a almost burning tea bag.
Where there's smoke, there's John's burning tea bag. Almost burning.
Almost burning. It was no fire yet.
Okay, so here's a question I think you might know the answer to, John, even though it's a K-pop question. What other artists from YG Entertainment are you familiar with? You've already mentioned one.
Is it BTS?
No, it was the other one you mentioned.
Dang it, I had a 50-50 chance. Is it Big Bang?
It is.
Yay!
Yeah.
But they're not still signed, are they?
No, I guess that's kind of over. But
why? What are the big entertainment groups? There's YG, because I see it here.
YG, HYBE, we just talked about that, BTS's company.
Oh, BTS's HYBE. And the rest.
SM Entertainment.
Oh.
I know them because that's who SHINee's under.
I see. I remember their name because I always think of BD before the other part for some reason. Don't know why.
Logical.
Yeah. It's how I remember things in that particular circumstance.
Obviously.
I'm not familiar with the entertainment industry in Korea, really. And to tell you the truth, in America, I'm also not familiar with the record labels and stuff. I think Eminem has his own. I think a lot of the rappers, the big rappers from the 90s have their own. But the names of them, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, some of them I've heard about, but I don't even know if they're still going. Like, is Motown Records still a thing?
It has to be, right? Because I don't know the name.
To sign with Sony.
Sony, I know Sony.
Sony, are they?
It's the camera we're using.
Maybe that's what made me think about it. Surely they used to be a record label. Maybe they're not anymore. I have no idea. So forget that. That's a hard question to answer. I'm sure you guys can do a lot better. So, it mentioned in the article that it is customary under the current norms of K-pop that the contract period ends after 7 years. And many groups apparently have chosen to break up after this first 7-year contract period. Why do you think that might be?
Well, 7 years is a long time, and being someone who starts at possibly 14 years old, you do have your whole life ahead of you. And I think after 7 years, a lot of people are like, there might be other things I want to do. There might be other things I want to explore for the time being, just like Blackpink said, or the members of Blackpink. Maybe there's some acting stuff they want to do or some solo career, even though they still want to maybe make music together as well. Also, the stress. You are put under, at such a young age, so much pressure, stress, and expectation that you might want to break from it. I mean, endless diets, exercise, being, shuffled from country to country, working your toes to a bloody stump, just trying to get the dance moves down. It's just like, it's gotta be hard. And for 7 years, that's a long contract. Not even the military in the US is 7 years long. Well, I'm sure you can sign one for that long, but not the lowest level.
Standard,
Yeah. Anyways, so that's, I would guess those are a few of the reasons.
Yeah, and I hear they don't really get that much rest time during the 7 years. So surely at least they must just need a bit of a rest, at least between contracts, perhaps, if that's possible.
Yeah, it's hard to take a hit for that long.
For sure, yes. Give those guys a bit of a break. So hopefully it will turn out for the best. It will be good for the members of Blackpink. It will be good for their fans. Hopefully they can keep everybody happy and make sure that they still have a life as well as human beings, as they deserve. So please, if you feel like giving us a rave review, do so down in the comments. We really appreciate your likes and subscriptions and reviews. Also, don't forget to take a look at the vocabulary. That's the most important section of every video. Memorize some of them, try to use them, and come back and see us for the next video. Bye-bye.
Raise the bar.
Raise the bar.
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy.
Part ways.
Part ways.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
Rave review.
Rave review.